Right, let's go about individualizing our photographs. I'll click on Video Effects here, and rather than using a third-party effect, as we did with the Magic Bullet Lux, I'm going to click on here for Sony and just simply use the effects that come with Vegas Pro 12. And as you remember, we've got quite a number of them. So, with our first photograph, if I click on here, then my plugin chooser opens up, which allows me to dig into my Sony folder and search around for a particular filter that I want to use. Now I might want to use one in this light subfolder, or if not, if I want to go back to my Sony folder, well, I'll just click on here to go up one and then search through this alphabetized list looking for the one I want to use. Well, it's this one I actually want, brightness and contrast. So with it selected, I'll hit add and then OK it. And there you'll see my Sony brightness and contrast filter added, but it's not doing anything at the moment because you can see my brightness and contrast center are all set to 0, so nothing's being applied as of yet. Well, maybe the best thing to do is start by using a preset. So by clicking on here and running down, I think I'll choose brighter, more contrast. And there we go. Instantly, we can see this effect taking place. Now I do like the fact that it's been brightened up and there's a little bit of extra contrast being added, but I think I want to add even more contrast. So I'll left click on my contrast slider and drag to the right until I see what I think works well for me. Okay, I think it's about there, and I'll click on our cross to close. I'll move across to my second photograph. I'll click on here to add an effect, a different effect this time, to this photograph, and to make it very distinct from what we've just added, I'll go for this black and white one. I'll click on add and then on OK. Now, contrary to what we just saw with the previous filter, this filter has got its amount for black and white right across at full, i.e. 1. 1 being totally black and white, whereas 0 would be where we start with the original photograph. I think what I'll do is I'll not have it completely in black and white, I'll just drag it a little bit to the left, so there is a little bit of colour just slightly bleeding through, or as the term is there, the colour is blending with the black and white by that factor there of 0.823. And you can think of that as a blending percentage. That would be just over 82% black and white. Anyway, I'll click on our cross to close, and rather than you watching me applying effects to all the other photographs, I'm going to pause our recording here and add some effects, and then once done, I'll flip back, and here we are. I've now applied different effects to our separate 5 photographs. So all 5 photographs have got a different effect. Some subtle, such as the black and white and the brightness and contrast for our original photographs, our original 2 photographs. But with these latter photographs, I've gone to the extreme by adding various lighting or flare effects, just to show you what you can do. I don't think I'm going to leave them quite like this, unless I do something that doesn't have the effect applied for the whole duration. And that's something that we're going to look at in the next tutorial. We're going to look at automating an effect so that the effect isn't static, shall we say, right across the event length, whether it's a photograph or a video.